There is a strange kind of love that doesn't knock on your door loudly. It doesn't beg. It doesn't chase. It simply exists, quiet, intense, and painfully restrained. Someone in your life feels you in places words cannot reach. They think of you during ordinary moments when the world goes silent for just a second. They care deeply, but every step toward you feels complicated, risky, heavy with consequences. You may feel it in the way they hesitate, in the pauses between messages, in the way they look at you as if they are holding back a truth that could change everything. This video isn't about fantasy, it's about emotional reality, the kind of love that hides behind responsibility, fear, timing, or unhealed wounds. As Søren Kierkegaard once said, the deepest forms of love are often expressed in silence. And today, we break that silence. Part 1. The love they hide from the world. When someone is deeply in love with you but trapped in a complication, the first thing they hide is not the feeling, it's the permission to feel it. They live in a contradiction. Their heart moves toward you, but their mind pulls them back. Every conversation becomes a quiet negotiation between desire and self-control. They want to say more, but they choose less. Not because they don't care, but because they care too much. This kind of person often appears emotionally mature, controlled, even distant. But inside, they are carrying an emotional weight that never truly rests. They notice your moods before you speak. They remember small details you forgot you shared. They feel protective, even when they pretend not to. Plato once wrote, "Love is the pursuit of the whole." But when love feels complicated, they believe becoming whole with you might cost them everything else, stability, peace, or the life they've built. So they choose silence over chaos, distance over confession. They don't flirt openly, they don't cross obvious lines. Instead, their love shows up in restraint, in the way they step back just when things feel too real, in the way they encourage you to move forward, even when it hurts them to do so. This isn't indifference. This is emotional discipline, and yet discipline doesn't erase longing. At night, when the world stops demanding responsibility, their thoughts return to you. Not in fantasy, but in reflection, wondering what could have been, or what still might be if life were kinder. They are not confused about their feelings. They are conflicted about the consequences. Part 2. Why they stay close but never fully reach you. Complicated love creates a painful balance, staying close enough to feel you, but far enough to survive you. They orbit your life quietly, not leaving, not arriving. They check in without explanation. They reappear when you least expect it, and just when you feel the emotional pull growing stronger, they retreat again. This pattern is not manipulation, it is self-protection. Carl Jung once said, "Where love rules, there is no will to power." And this person refuses to control you, possess you, or disrupt your path, because real love to them means not harming what they care about. They fear that stepping fully into their feelings would create damage, yours, theirs, or someone else's. Maybe timing is wrong. Maybe their past still bleeds into the present. Maybe responsibilities weigh heavier than desire. So they choose the middle ground, a place where they can still hear your voice, still feel connected, but avoid the irreversible. Their silence is often misunderstood. People assume disinterest. But silence, in this case, is a language of restraint. Every unsent message is a battle they fought internally. Every delayed reply is a moment where they choose control over instinct. You might sense this love in how they listen, deeply, without interruption. In how they become serious when you speak about pain. In how they never truly disappear. No matter how much space they take, they are not waiting for you to chase them. They are waiting for a moment when love no longer feels like a risk. Part 3. The inner war they never talk about. Inside this person is an ongoing war between who they are and who they feel they become around you. You awaken something in them that feels dangerous, not because it's wrong, but because it's too real. Love like this threatens carefully built emotional walls. It challenges identities, routines, and promises they once believed were permanent. Friedrich Nietzsche wrote, "It is not a lack of love, but a lack of friendship that makes unhappy marriages." This person fears not loving you, but failing you. They fear choosing you and later becoming the reason for your pain. They fear loving you imperfectly. So instead of risking being the villain in your story, they choose to remain a quiet presence on the edge of your life. This inner conflict makes them emotionally intense yet restrained, warm but cautious, honest but incomplete. If they pull away suddenly, it's usually after moments of emotional closeness, because closeness reminds them how much they are holding back. They are not unsure about you. They are unsure about themselves in a future where love demands courage. And still, love doesn't disappear just because it's complicated. It waits, it watches, it matures. This is not a fleeting emotion. This is a love that thinks before it acts and feels even when it doesn't speak. If this message feels personal, it's because complicated love often recognizes itself quietly. Remember, someone loving you deeply but choosing restraint is not weakness. It is an emotional struggle few talk about, and fewer survive without scars. Love isn't always loud. Sometimes it's patient. Sometimes it's afraid. And sometimes it's waiting for the right moment to breathe freely. If this resonated with your heart, like this video, it helps the channel reach those who need this message. Comment what you felt while watching. I read everyone. And subscribe for more emotional psychology stories that speak to the silent parts of love. You are not imagining this connection. You are feeling something real.